Hello and welcome to my presentation on the future of radio. My name is Bonser. During this presentation I'm going to be discussing the new technology forms of radio, also the social networking side of radio and how it's always growing, the visual aspect side and how that's forever changing radio, the importance of persona and content, not just music, also incorporating the audience and getting a good sense of co-presence, as well as podcasts and how they are a revolutionary new form of technology in radio. And then at the end I'm going to do the conclusion. So first of all we've got new technology. New technologies are being formed all the time. The first one we've got is the BBC Radio iPhone app, which came up quite recently. It's really good because it allows you to listen to the radio anytime, anywhere. Not only that, but you can listen to it at another time. You can use catch up on there as well, and you've got access to all your favourite radio stations as well from the BBC. Not only that, we've also got internet streaming, which is a new side of radio as well. Twit, which you do Twit and Twit TV. They're very good. It's netcasts you love from the people you trust. So not only is it a really good new form of technology in radio, but also the people who are presenting are very well liked, so it's a really good thing to have. And then we've also got BBC iPlayer radio, so this is where the visual aspects side come into it as well, but then also you can have it on your computer and listen to it on your computer or watch it whilst doing something else at the same time. And then also down here a quote, why radio in cars is still alive, because of the live traffic, weather and news updates, that's the reason. And then it says one of the reasons people listen to the radio is because of the live traffic, weather and news updates. And then podcasts, obviously a new revolutionary form of technology. First made popular really by Ricky Gervais. That was its real starting off point there in the Guinness World Book of Records because of Ricky Gervais's show. And also they've got the visual aspect sides of it. Ricky Gervais decided to have an animation, so you can listen to it, or if you want you can actually watch the show. They've got it on TV now, so that's just another way. Another added incentive. And onto social networking, we've got Facebook. There's lots of ways of promoting radio shows and radio presenters to hype up shows as well as hyping personas, new faces in the radio world. So for Facebook there's events, statuses and pages. Events, radio shows and pages of particular stations can then create an event for an upcoming show, say on Friday, and that generates hype, and they can invite different people to join the page, and then if they share it then lots of other people see it, and then they're guaranteed more listeners almost. And then also they can leave statuses, not only the radio show itself or the radio station, but presenters who work for that show or station can actually say, "I'll listen to our show coming up this Friday on so-and-so," and then that's just generating more hype. More people that are following that person will be aware of that show that's coming up. And it's the same with the pages. Capital FM can have their own page. It's got over 1 million followers now, so they're just constantly promoting the shows that are coming up, so make sure you tune in this afternoon, etc. And then also Twitter, which is very popular now. Tweets, it's very similar to Facebook, but it's more about the presenters rather than the actual show itself or the station. So particular presenters like Nick Grimshaw could leave a tweet saying listen to my show this afternoon, and then also retweets, so the person who's seen that might retweet it because they follow Nick Grimshaw. And then so following, that's another big part of it. If they follow a particular presenter they can then generate hype just through retweeting what they've said. So yeah, that's why social networking is a massive part of radio to come in the future. And then onto the visual aspect side of radio, there are a lot of new ways in which this is being done. Obviously it doesn't exactly fall under the radio category because it's all about audio, isn't it, radio, but they are incorporating visual aspects now just as an added incentive and as another viable option. So we've got BBC iPlayer, which allows you to watch all the little shows on your phone if you want to, as well as listen to the radio if you want. We spoke about that earlier. The Ricky Gervais show is just another option from the podcast side of it, now that podcasts are a big part of radio, you can watch podcasts like the Ricky Gervais Show with the animations he's done, and then Twit TV, as I spoke about earlier, you can actually see the presenters live through the internet when it's streaming, and then the presenters who are doing a show together don't necessarily have to be in the same location, so a lot of people watch it like this. And also then it's another good way for co-presence, because this could be the presenter and then this the listener, and it's almost like a phone in, but it's visual as well. So that's another big part of the radio futures now. And then persona and content was important because it needs to be established that the reason that people listen to the radio isn't just because of the music. Could be seen as the important part of radio. We've got people like Fan Cotton, immensely popular. So the reason why, I don't know why she's so popular, but she is, and that's just like showing that it's not just people tuning in for the music side, they're doing it because of the persona and the content that she comes up with, as well as other people. Music is easy to access, and there's too much of it out at the moment, so that's the reason why a lot of people listen to the radio, obviously because of the music side, but obviously it needs to be established that it's not just that, it's the persona and the content. That's why BBC Two is so popular, because of the presenters. And then also incorporating the audience. The reason why it's very important to incorporate the audience is because the audience needs to be met. So obviously, like, a sense of co-presence needs to be achieved, and it can be done through radio chat rooms, call-ins, emails, obviously website comments and discussion groups. Website comments being very important because if the audience needs to be met, then they can leave an opinion on the show, saying whether they thought it was good, what they should add, stuff like that. And then radio chat rooms, so people who probably have the same interests because they're listening to the same radio show can talk and converse about what they thought was good about the show. And then also call-ins, that's just more another way of getting the audience involved. And then onto podcasts now. I thought it needed a specific section for itself because it's a very big part of radio now. Revolutionary form of radio. It's easy to access, easy to use and easy to make. There are loads of choices for podcasts. There are 601,956 podcasters on podbean.com, which is probably the biggest podcasting website out there. Loads and loads of genres to choose from. And it exists because of the internet. Like, podcasts wouldn't exist if the internet wasn't there. So, and they've got a little quote down here from Mike Russell: "Internet radio is booming, and the number of new podcasts starting up every day is staggering." So that's just from Mike Russell. So it shows that podcasts are a huge part of radio's future. And to conclude, I see the future of radio to be the internet. And everything that the internet actually entails. So podcasting being one of those things, because they're so broad, there's so many possibilities. Anyone can do it as well. All you need is a microphone and a stream, and then you can make your own podcasts. They're being constantly made all around the world, from all over the world, and loads of different genres as well, so you've pretty much got your pick of anything. And also, persona and content is going to be a big part of the future, as music doesn't seem to matter as much anymore. Websites in which radio shows, podcasts and visual shows are accessible, so podbean.com and Twit TV, the visual aspect side of it as well. And there's my bibliography. Thank you very much for listening, and are there any questions? No, thank you.